Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your friend Astrology. Today I will be discussing a chart of an individual who's having a lots of problems in his married life, and he's going through the court cases, and he was in a police station for 4 or 5 days and lots of allegations on him. Now what are the reasons in this horoscope? Now look at this horoscope. This person is born on 26th of January 1991 and 4:10 a.m. Now if you see his chart, this is Scorpio ascendant. Mars is placed in the 7th house and other planets you can see here. Now the first thing you have to check is that just to quickly check that how that period is gonna be. Look at the Mahadasha. Mahadasha is Rahu going on, and look at the placement of Rahu. Rahu is placed in the 3rd house, and Rahu is aspecting the house of marriage, 9th house and 11th house. Yeah, and Rahu is in the nakshatra of Sun. Sun is the lord of 10th house. Now that we will come on later on. So basically during Rahu Mahadasha, he's going to be expecting the results of 3rd house, 7th house, 9th house, 11th house and 10th house and the 3rd house as well. And look at the Namasha as well. In Namasha, Rahu is placed in the 2nd house, and he's expecting the 6th house, 8th house and 10th house. So overall during Rahu Mahadasha, these are the houses which has been activated. Now to go in more deep, we have to see the Antardasha, that during the Antardasha what are the result he's going to expect. Now in Antardasha he is going Rahu in Mercury for 20th of January. So how that period gonna be, that we're going to discuss. Now look at the Mercury. Mercury is placed in the 2nd house, which is not well placed, and you know the second place is the house of our family and our bank balance and everything else, our speech and everything. So if you see Mercury, for the quick predictions we have to see that in which nakshatra, in which constellation sign the Mercury is placed in. Mercury here is placed in the constellation nakshatra of Venus, and Venus is the lord of 7th house and the 12th house. Now Mercury itself is the lord of 8th house and the 11th house. Now you can see that during Mercury Antardasha, this person is going to get a results of 2nd house, 7th house, 8th house, 11th house and 12th house. Now what exactly happened is when we're going to decide that the worst period is going to come during that Antardasha from January 2014 till August 2016. Now what exactly happened is that when this Antardasha started, he started having problems with his wife and his in-laws, because 8th house is activated as well, 7th house is activated as well and 12th house is activated as well. Now what exactly happened when he was having a Rahu Mercury, and if we go in a little bit deep, when he was going through Rahu, Mercury and Sun, this is the time from 27th December till 12th of February, he landed up in the jail, and he spent nearly 6 days in the prison, and now he's got a court case going on, lots of allegations are going on. So let's see why it happened, you know. Now in this chart we can see that we have, the first thing we have to check is the transit. Now Mercury at the moment is transiting in the Capricorn, and Sun is transiting in the 2nd house of his horoscope from the Lagna, and from the transit it is Sun is in the 8th house and Mercury is in the 9th house. The first thing we have to see for the quick reference that whether this period will be good or not, straight away we don't have to see that Mercury is a friend of Sun and he's gonna get a good results. No, it's not like that. Another thing we have to see is some of the Ashtanga Varga. Now if you see Mercury is transiting here in the 10th Rashi, and in the 10th Rashi the Mercury is only getting 2 points, which is very low. Now if you see the Sun is transiting in the Sagittarius, and again in Sagittarius is getting number 2. So we can predict that during this phase it's going to be the worst time which is going to happen. And another secret which I want to tell you is that whenever you see the transit, do not only see the transit through the moon, but try to see from the Lagna as well. It will give you the more precise picture. Now in the ascendant it's transiting in the 2nd house. Again family life has been disturbed because it's getting only 2 scores in Ashtanga Varga. Now from moon it is transiting in the 8th house, which is bad again. And another thing which you have to see while looking at the transit is like the planets which I told you, the nakshatra, the constellation signs. Now look at in which constellation sign the sun is transiting as well. Now in this case, sun is transiting as of 4th of Jan 2015. Sun is transiting in the nakshatra in the constellation of Venus, and again the Venus is the lord of 7th house and the 12th house. And from here, if you see, sun is in the nakshatra of Venus, and Venus is the lord of 6th house as well. So it means that overall the period is not at all promised. He's gonna have lots of troubles, and which he is going through at the moment, you know. So this is the quick video I try to show you that what are the things you have to see. Look at the planet, its placement, is it well placed or bad placed. Now we saw that Mercury is not well placed, so he's gonna give a trouble. But when you have to see the transits, and the most important is you have to see this. If the scores are low, you're not gonna get a good results. Now we can predict that when Mercury is in the number 10. Now next month when it's 11th, when it's gonna be transiting the next Rashi, he's gonna get some relief, because he's getting 7 scores. So on, you have to use this Samudaya Ashtanga Varga, which is very important to predict the events in your life. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this answered a few of your questions. If you have any more questions regarding predictions, this is a quick guide which I told you that how you can judge, how you can predict that how the year will be. And apart from that, I will make another video wherein I'll try to explain you that you have to see the Varshfal as well. So there are few things, I mean, if you do practice, you can be master within a month, which is not really hard. It all depends on your practice. Try to see as many charts as you can, which will give you a very good practice. And always remember that nakshatras, try to link things, as much as you can. This will give you a broad look. I know as a beginner it is a little bit difficult, but as you practice, you will be master over it. And astrology comes with the practice and a clean heart. So thank you very much. If you have any message, any questions, just drop me a message and I will try to come back to you. Thank you very much and take care.